Four police officers are standing in freezing water, staring at an overturned car in a river, and they all hear the same thing. A woman's voice, crying for help, coming from inside the vehicle. "Help me. Help me." So they flip the car, rush inside, and find two people, a dead mother in the front seat and an unconscious baby in the back. Nobody in that car could have made that sound. March 6th, 2015, Spanish Fork, Utah. 25-year-old Jenny Grosbeck is visiting her parents with her 18-month-old daughter, Lily. Around 10:30 p.m., she's ready to drive home, but her father stops her. He'd seen her take Klonopin earlier that night, anxiety medication that makes you drowsy. He tells her not to drive. Jenny insists she's fine, so her father does the only thing he can. He makes absolutely sure baby Lily is strapped into her car seat properly. Tight, secure, safe. Jenny gets in the car, drives off into the night. Her father never sees her alive again. Somewhere between her parents' house and home, Jenny's car hits a cement barrier on a bridge. The vehicle launches over the edge, crashes into the Spanish Fork River below, lands upside down in the freezing water. The impact kills Jenny instantly. Massive head trauma, skull fracture. She's gone before she even knows what happened. But in the back seat, still strapped upside down in her car seat, Lily is alive. The car is positioned just right. The back end is slightly higher than the front. The river water is rushing through the vehicle, but it's flowing just inches below Lily's head. She's unconscious, hypothermic, hanging upside down in 28-degree weather, and nobody knows she's there. Here's the thing. The cement barrier that caused the crash, it also blocks the view of the river from the road. So cars are driving over that bridge all night, and nobody sees the wreck below. Lily hangs there, upside down, in the dark, in the cold. 1 hour passes, 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours. Her body temperature is dropping. The freezing air is slowing her metabolism, keeping her barely alive. Her baby fat and the fleece clothes her grandmother dressed her in are the only things keeping her from freezing to death. But she's fading. By the time the sun comes up Saturday morning, Lily has been hanging upside down in that river for over 12 hours. Still, nobody knows. 12:20 p.m., Saturday afternoon. A fisherman is walking along the Spanish Fork River, and he sees it, an overturned car, half submerged in the water. He calls 911. Within minutes, 4 police officers and 2 firefighters arrive on scene. Tyler Beddoes, Jared Warner, Brian DeWitt, Paul Tomadakis, Lee Meekum, and 1 other officer. They approach the vehicle, look inside, see a body in the front seat, and that's when they hear it. A woman's voice, clear, distinct, coming from inside the car. "Help me, help me." Officer Tyler Beddoes hears it. Officer Jared Warner hears it. Officer Brian DeWitt hears it. All 4 officers hear it. Both firefighters hear it. It's not in their heads, it's real. It's coming from the vehicle. One of the officers even responds out loud, We're trying our best to get in there." The voice pushes them into action. They don't wait for a winch. They don't wait for equipment. All 6 of them jump into the icy river, grab the car, and manually flip it onto its side. They're looking for whoever's calling for help. They find the driver, Jenny Grosbeck, 25 years old, dead. Massive trauma. She died on impact. Then they look in the back seat, and there's a baby, strapped upside down in a car seat, unconscious, hypothermic, but alive. The officers cut her out, form a human chain up the riverbank, pass her hand to hand until she reaches the top. Officer Warner starts CPR, and Lily's eyes flutter open. Here's the problem. The voice they heard? The woman calling for help? It couldn't have been Jenny. The medical examiner confirmed she died on impact, 14 hours before the rescue. She never made a sound after the crash. And it couldn't have been Lily. She was unconscious, and she's 18 months old, not capable of making an adult woman's voice. So who called for help? Lieutenant Matt Johnson, Spanish Fort Police, investigated. He interviewed the rescuers. He even talked to people who were standing on the bridge above. They all confirmed the same thing. The voice came from inside the vehicle. Officer Jared Warner said, "I remember hearing a voice that didn't sound like a child just say, 'Help me.' To me, it was plain as day. It wasn't just in our heads." Officer Tyler Beddoes said, "We've all gotten together and talked about it. All four of us can swear we heard somebody inside that car saying, 'Help.'" 6 trained first responders. All heard the same voice. All agree it came from the car. And nobody alive in that vehicle could have made it. Lily is rushed to Primary Children's Hospital in critical condition. The doctors are not optimistic. She's been upside down for 14 hours, hypothermic, oxygen deprived. They're warning the family about brain damage, paralysis, long-term effects. They expect her to be in the ICU for weeks. But here's what actually happens. 3 days later, Lily is sitting up in bed, watching Dora the Explorer, singing Wheels on the Bus with her grandfather. 5 days later, she's released from the hospital, completely recovered. No brain damage, no paralysis, no long-term effects. Her grandfather said, "She hasn't missed a note. Everything she knew before, she knows now." The doctors called it a miracle. But for Officer Tyler Beddoes, the miracle wasn't just Lily's survival. Before that rescue, Tyler was in a dark place. He'd been a cop for 10 years. He'd worked homicides, seen terrible things, and he was losing his faith. He said, "I was in a complete downward spiral. Right up until Lily, it was some of my worst moments of darkness, spiritually speaking." Then he heard that voice, and it changed everything. "We rescued baby Lily that day," he said, "but in reality, she rescued me. The voice rescued me and my faith." In 2016, Tyler co-wrote a book with New York Times best-selling author Ptolemy Tompkins called Proof of Angels. In it, he details the rescue, the voice, and what it meant to him. The book became a bestseller. Tyler was recognized by the mayor of Spanish Fork and the United States Congress for his role in the rescue. And to this day, he keeps in contact with Lily's father, Devin Traffney. He still thinks about that voice. Jenny's family believes they know whose voice it was. Her brother, Garrett Grossbeck, said, "What this should show all of us is an acknowledgement of how much Jenny loved her little girl. I don't think there can be any stronger example of loving someone so much, even after death." Her sister, Jill Sanderson, said, "When I saw the video and heard them talk back to the voice and say, 'We're coming, we're here,' it's incredible." The family believes Jenny's spirit stayed with Lily for those 14 hours, protecting her, keeping her alive. And when the rescuers finally arrived, Jenny called out to them. One last act of love. Lily is now 11 years old. She's healthy, happy, living with family who love her. She has no memory of that night in the river. But the 6 rescuers who pulled her out, they'll never forget. The body camera footage is online. You can watch it yourself. You can see them flip the car, hear them react, watch them pull Lily to safety. But you won't hear the voice, because it was never captured on audio. Only the people who were there heard it. 6 trained professionals, all heard the same thing. All agree on what they heard. A woman's voice, calling for help. From inside a car with a dead mother and an unconscious baby. No one has ever explained it, and no one ever will.